All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the show we call Late Night on Chain. Once again, this is Late Night on Chain with your friend, your host, your confidant, Bill the Bull. All right, listen. Number one, I know I need a new camera. All right. All right. All right. We're going to hold on for a second. We are going to absolutely hold on for a second. But how's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I'm excited. We are back for another show. Give me like a minute. Need to like set everything up and make sure we, do the little bare minimum, getting everyone involved. Da, 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 da. 1 second. 1 second. I repeat, 1 second. Got to make sure our Pantheon team is coming on. All right. All right. Let's go. All right. Anyways, back to biz. All right. So Bill's here. First of all, want to address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Bill needs new lighting. And you are correct. I do need new lighting. I have taken some slack on that, rightfully so. Why haven't I got new lighting? I don't know. It's not terrible, but I guess it's not as good as it should be. We got to make sure we get that up and running. So, shout out to RB3, the Chad. He shouted me out randomly today. I really appreciate it. And he made light of my need new lighting. He's right. So funny, too. In the comments, people were like, terrible lighting. I can't even hate on it, bro. I just can't. But hey, we are going to, this was the motivation I need. So maybe by next week, we're going to have like some studio lightings here in this little arena that I do this show. So shout out to you. And shout out to the people tuning in. All right, listen. Before we begin, as always, we got to make sure our supporting sponsors and our presenting sponsors feel the love. Well, number one, though, this episode and all the episodes for this month is brought to you by Easy A Kickstart. Easy A Kickstart is the number one incubator for AI projects on Solana. If you are building on Solana, AI, tech, something to do with that, you should check out Easy A Kickstart. For the longest time, Solana has had the reputation. It's just being the meme casino. Nothing wrong with that. But builders have stopped building on Solana, but Easy A has changed the game because they now have proven track record with, they've hosted hackathons all around the world in real life. Some of the biggest success stories have come from the Easy A hackathon. So now they're bringing it to Solana. So check out Easy A today. Now we got to make sure our supporting sponsors feel loved because they keep the lights on. And they're the ones who are actually going to allow me to buy a new light. So 3 of them. Number one, Banker. You guys might know them. They provide the agentic tooling on Base and other chains, allow agents to operate autonomously. They are also on Robinhood and creating a launchpad as well. So if you want to, create a token, they now provide that, providing stock pairs and all sorts of things. And they're going to be doing something with Sushi. We've had Alex on the show before, CEO of Sushi. I think they're creating something called Pools. So I don't know much about it, but I know it's a competitor to Uniswap. Because down goes Uniswap. How dare they come in and try to vamp the community builders. So shout out to them. 2 more. We got Buildify. Buildify with our legitimate Chads. They are building a launchpad as well. Very difficult to do, but they have no token. Their focus is multi-chain and the ability to launch the way you're supposed to. No interest at a token and just providing the tooling. And they're coming to Base soon. So I'm very excited to see what they do on Base. And last but not least, we have a new sponsor, and that is called DTF. Now, DTF is tokenized stocks are crossing $1 billion trading days. What if you earn from that volume? That's DTF, a treasury of the world's most valuable companies, compounding every time a stock trades on chain. Hold it, and you're exposed to the growth. Stake it, and you'll get paid stocks every hour, with one staker winning the premium prize. Tens of thousands already paid out to the staker. RWAs are moving on chain. DTF is how you get paid for it. All right. Got to make sure those things happen. They're actually a very unique project. We look forward to highlighting them more for the month. All right, let's see. So today we have two companies, 2 projects. We got Pantheon Vaults. And the thing about Pantheon Vaults too, and we got Metera. Metera is incubated by the EZA project Kickstarter ecosystem. So we're excited to have them on. Now, listen, Pantheon Vaults is super interesting to me. I've known those guys for a while, and it's starting to catch on. Hear me out. So I think they now have vaults. They provide vaulting for projects to utilize their infra, the vaults, that allow them to creators, token holders, whatever, to stake on their site. And if you have their token, you can now, if you're the owner, you can now create this vault. And you can slow drip it to your community to incentivize growth, to incentivize holding, and to provide a culture of supply, demand, and whatnot. So they had recently, I think they have Ansem have a vault over on Pantheon. I think they have Jesse as well. So people are starting to catch on. I think that Dijin Wolf just came up there. And so it's really nice to see, it's catching on. Really nice to see. I think it's just very advantageous to utilize that. So a lot of times these tokens are launched, right? You get the fees, you get tokens half in width, and then also in the supply of your token. Now, traditionally, founders just dump on them, dump on your community. It is what it is. It sucks, but that's kind of what they do. Now, what if though, instead of that, you have a honorable dev who utilize those tokens instead of burning them? Why don't you incentivize people to stake? Drop it into a staking contract, slow drip, and reward the community for their loyalty. I think that's a better move. I think that's a better move than just like market dumping or whatever the case may be. So Pantheon Vaults is setting it up. So I'm excited to speak to them. I think they've had some technical issues, so we'll see. And then Metera is, like I said, the new project that I'm launching soon on EZA Kickstarter. So we're going to dive deep into them and yeah, talk all about it. All right. So let's see. The news of the day. Oh, newsletter came out today. In case you haven't checked it out, check that out. Go to Late Night TV HQ, LNTV HQ. You can see it there. Subscribe, man. Let's get those numbers up. Because one day, your boy Bill will be acquired by a big-ass company. I don't know who. I'll do media for them. Allow me to have my independency one day. And I need the newsletter to pop. So if you like my show, just subscribe. Because let's get like thousands of people on that thing. The space is hard to do, to keep up with. Subscribe. It's like a 3-minute read. Go straight to your email. You can write shit. All I care for. Talk shit about me. That's all good. Just subscribe. Because that's how your boy gets acquired. Newsletter, show numbers. Show numbers have been pretty good though recently. We have 700 plus tuning in right now. That's good. At least a couple thousand is what we aim for. But like I said, this space is just insanely hard to keep up with, especially on Robinhood, man. Man, Robinhood, there's like a new project launching every single day, every single minute. And it's just, man, it is just a lot. It is a lot. Like, it's so hard to keep up with. I don't think you can, unless if you are a professional trencher and you are kind of an autist staring at your computer. I don't know how anyone keeps up with it. We're at the stage right now where there's so much innovation. You kind of have to pick and choose what you want to back. You can't be in it all, and don't expect to be in it all. I think if you try to be in it all, you will get burned, because then you'll start trying to overtrade, going here, going there. It's not going to work, and it's going to cause some crazy mental stuff. So choose your winners and just chill. Just know you can't be in it all. I think that's a very good advice. And yeah, don't do that. All right. Anyways, let's look at some charts. Again, I don't know where Pantheon is. I think Mac's having some issues. Let me just double check. I really do hope he could come on though, because I really want to talk to Mac. I'm sorry, Mark. Wait a second. Yeah, let's see. All right, yeah, I don't know where he is, but hopefully we get him on. All right, anyways, what's going on in Robinhood land? Well, first of all, Base is just celebrated their 3rd anniversary. Shout out to Base. I mentioned in their thing, like, first of all, like, I have love for Base. They're the first chain that I established for myself on. I know pretty much everyone in that ecosystem, so I want to see them win. Sentiment is very, very low, but hopefully it doesn't stay that way forever. I think more people will eventually come to base. I don't know when. Right now, all the attention, all the mind share is going to Robinhood. But I still got love for base, and I still hope to see them win. So shout out to them for 3 years. It's been a very eventful 3 years. Very eventful. But anyways, what else? What else? Robinhood. What's going on in Robinhood land? There's just so many different projects that are out there. Let's see, actually. Let's pull up some charts. Let us pull up some charts. Let us pull up some charts. Gotta enjoy that coffee. All right, let's see. Yeah, actually, one thing I want to shout out to. So the other day we had Motion on, and Motion team is legit. And one of the people that really back it is Ika, and Ika is very bullish. But we'll get into that later because we have the legend from Pantheon, the legend, the senator, as we call him. Sir, welcome to the show. How are we doing today?
Yeah, good man. How you doing?
You got your connection back.
Yeah, kind of. It's a bit rusty, so if I fits out, you know why.
Yeah,
Sorry I can't get the video going.
it's okay. It's okay. Listen, we will take your voice, bro. We will take your voice because I'll take what I can get from you. So, number one, welcome back to the show. And number two, let's just start with the elephant, not the elephant, the thing. Brother, you have grown so much in the last time you've appeared a couple months ago. How does it feel to be in the position that you're at right now?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you don't really stop to take a breather when you're building. You kind of just head down. I mean, to be honest, I think this is always inevitable. I think we've got the right primitive. I think we've got the right timing. I think the market needs what we're doing, and I think the market's just displaying that for everyone. On that note, you've actually grown heaps too, man. I've seen you everywhere these days. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Basically, I have a mission to become the boomer threat guy, and I have a mission to become acquired by some conglomerate big ass company. And the only way to do that is to put in hard work and consistency. So call me crazy. I don't want a 9 to 5. Got to work
Yeah,
for what you
man.
want, you know?
Yeah, build the right things and do the right things. Pretty simple, right?
Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right. So talk to me about, okay, because again, the thesis has always been, and I've always agreed with this, aligned incentives are extremely important. And you need to reward your holders. For though right now we have 1,200 people, not everyone might not even know Pantheon. So why don't we just go from that? Talk to me about what does Pantheon Vault? What does Pantheon do?
Yeah, well, our core innovation is we've sort of brought to market a brand new asset class that we call creator indexes. What it is basically a creator token attached to a creator vault. And back to what you were saying before, it's less about rewarding people and it's more about building tokens that have very real external value flows. This is just business 101. Every business should generate revenues. It's really that simple. We've figured out a way to do that in a tokenized strategy. And the way it works is really simple. People buy your creator coins. Well, actually, let's rewind a little bit. Creators historically control all of the narrative flows and all of the token flows into the crypto space. If you are a project, bring a token to market, the only strategy that works for getting visibility, growing your community, is to actually work with creators. Now, you can build a good product that takes a much longer time, and obviously you're dealing with the 95% failure rate, or you can just work with creators and you can absorb their communities. The problem traditionally is that creators will take those inside deal flows, promote the token to their audience, and then they'll liquidate via their audience. Now, that is a complete misalignment, right? Hey guys, buy this token, it's really good. By the way, I'm the net seller. And what we've seen is that the market grew wise to this. So we've seen pretty much every KOL over the last sort of 4 years lose all of their influence, to the point where they just no longer convert and projects stop working with them because of that. What we've done is we've changed the entire dynamic. So instead of creators getting tokens and then dumping them on their audience, creators get tokens, they go directly into the vaults. The vaults automatically lock and vest those tokens over a 24-month period, and they distribute those tokens directly to all of the creator token holders who stake against the vault. So now, if you're following someone that you like, you can buy into them, essentially owning equity in the human being themselves, the creator that you follow. And not only do you hold the underlying asset, but you get all of his deal flow paid out to you monthly as a yield.
So let me ask you this. Absolutely agree with your thesis. This creates the way to prevent creators from dumping on the market, because I was saying in my intro before you came on, the way some of these tokens are set up are fees are accumulated by the token project holder. And they typically play in half WETH and half of the creator coin. And what happens is a lot of times these developers or whatever just sell it on the open market, the creator coin, which obviously takes a price. You've created the vault, which aligns it. Now, let me ask you this question. What's a better strategy? I think I know what you're going to say, and I agree with you. But just for those that might play devil's advocate, what is the difference between putting those extra coins into their vault to pay out to their community versus burning those tokens? What's the better play?
Or burning tokens from what?
You mean like say like
So
the creator?
there's this narrative that's shipping around crypto right now that trading fees as a revenue source to burn the token, to reduce supply, to impact demand. It's completely false. If you're relying on trading fees, you simply don't understand the natural nature of trading volume. Most trading volume dies no matter what, right? Because we trade attention and volatility. Both of those are temporary. Majority of the time, for most assets, they're not trending upwards. They're actually trending or accumulating sideways, right? And most tokens don't have a real trade volume after the first sort of 24 hours to 7 days. So it's not sustainable, right? It's not a sustainable income source essentially for the token. That's why you see every single token that's reliant on trading fees as a buyback system eventually die off, because eventually it loses hype and it loses trading volume, which means it loses fees, it loses its entire revenue source. With us, fundamentally important for every business, but with us is that they're all external value flows, and they don't need to scale. They have no attachment or tethering whatsoever to the trading volume. They are an external capital flow that flows in at a varied amount, right? So creators always, if you look at over the sort of all the bulls and busts, creators projects come and go, creators survive every cycle. Why? Because they can pivot to any single narrative, any single token. So AI might be hot. Creators can start loading up on AI tokens. AI phase might die out. Meme coins run. They start loading up on meme coins. No matter what, they have an endless stream of new token flows coming into their vault. Right? That's key.
And that makes them more incentivized to hold that token if they're getting a basket of other tokens or even the same token.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, if you look at tokens in general, they can't survive if they don't have any holders. If tokens are
True.
trade only assets, right, it means that there is nothing to absorb downside volatility once it begins, which means every single token that's trade only will inevitably revert to zero. We see it every single time. Now, if there's a reason to hold over the long term, we now have a mechanism that stabilizes downside volatility. No matter what, there is a strong body of people who will hold and buy at a certain level. Those supports hold and the asset grows, provided that value, those value flows keep coming in. It's simple supply demand economics, right? But we sort of run short term narratives around it because it's very hard to create external value flows. It's very hard to create a durable, sustainable business model, especially behind a token.
Yeah. No, and I think, like I said, I think the model that you've proven and shown, it's fundamentally, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like I said, I'm 100%, a million percent. Like anything I decide to do, I already know the token, Pantheon Vaults, open that up for two reasons. Number one, you give aligned incentives because whatever you put in the vault is for the benefit of the stakers, benefit for the community, because that's how you build a community. They want to feel their token does something, they accrue something. There's a lot of ways to put value to that. But also, number two, it just locks up supply from the market. If people have an ability to do something with their token or they receive aligned incentives, they wouldn't be selling the token. Why would they? Right. And so I think it just makes a lot of sense versus burning. And that's why I asked the question. Like, I knew the answer. I knew you knew the answer, but some people have told me, like, oh, burn. I think burning's stupid. Personally, it just doesn't make sense to me because, or like, it just really doesn't. It's just like throwing away things that could have been used to incentivize holders to keep them coming. And so I think burning is just a very simple narrative that just doesn't work.
Yeah, burning's just one mechanism for some kind of supply compression, right? But generally speaking, for that to be effective, it needs to happen at either non-linearly or a way that doesn't rely on tethering towards something that's temporary, like trade volume. It's silly. I think if you look at it as well, it's not just the token itself. What's really exciting and the simplistic way to look at this is I get to buy one token and I get hundreds of tokens every month now for free. That's just
Yeah.
a really simple narrative, right? I get broad market exposure. I get the best of the best tokens, and they all hit my wallet every single month for free just by holding one token. It's that simple. I've diversified my risk. I've mitigated my downside while exponentially increasing my upside. The asymmetry is just unmatched in crypto.
So do you
And all I
think
have,
that, I'm
sorry,
sorry. I was going to say, so in the theory that you're saying you're getting many coins, is that as a result of the creators getting other deal flow and putting it in? Explain to the listeners, the 2,000 plus, how do they obtain more coins besides the coin that's the underlying one they're staking?
Yeah, so the way that Vault works is really simple. Right? Let's say we've got late night on base. You have your own token.
Late
I
night
buy
on
your
chain,
token.
sir. We've expanded.
That's true, late night on chain. Okay, let's say. So what would it be? LNOC.
Yeah,
Let's
I
say
like
we've
that.
got LNOC token, right? Let's say every single project that comes on your show, they pay you in tokens. They give you like 0.5% of their token supply. You do 10 shows a week. That's 10 tokens hitting your vault every single week, right? Now they get distributed to our stakers. What am I going to do? I'm going to buy your token because I hold the underlying, knowing that you're just going to have an endless stream of new projects coming on your show, and I'm going to get a piece of them every single month.
You're
Really,
onto
really
something.
simple. Really
You're onto
simple.
something.
And what does that do for you? Well, heaps. What it does is it means that your liquidity ratio is huge for starters. So let's say you own 50% of your token, and let's say it's got an LP of 100K each way and $1 million FDV. So every time you bring on a new project, the APR or the yield of your vault goes up. What does that mean? More stakers come in because they want to capture that high APR. They buy your token off the market. They've taken your tokens out of the liquidity pool while adding more liquidity on the USDC stablecoin side into your liquidity pool. You now have a higher liquidity ratio on your token. That's just going to keep growing, right? Relative to your vault growing. So not only will you have a more liquid token, that supply compression eventually catalyzes, right? As long as you have steady demand, without demand even growing, just that supply compression hitting your vault is going to drive price higher. If you have an uptick of demand, that's going to accelerate that. So your token is going higher and higher. Your liquidity is getting deeper and deeper. You have a much better token, and your price floor is moving higher as well. So you're getting wealthier, and your token's becoming more robust and more scarce and more liquid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's huge for you, the creator, and it's great for your community too. Not only that, if we take away the token side of things, what's happening here with your influence? You're now giving your tokens away. Not only are you being extremely transparent, you're putting all your deal flow on chain in your vault, but you're actually giving it away to your followers. What's that going to do to your influence? What's that going to do to your follower base? It's going to increase in a way we've never seen before. So you as a brand, you as a human, as a brand, you're going up in value. You're up and to the right no matter what, regardless of what your token does. But also, it's going to impact your token positively as well.
I mean, 100%. I think, like I said, I think this now allows the ability for aligned interest like never before. And like, I think that's important. You have to have aligned interest as a project owner and the community. Like, there has to be that stuff. From a media perspective, it makes like 100% sense. And we'll be showing that soon. Uh, we won't say much, but that is coming soon and we'll show it. But it makes sense because if you are, and again, any project can use Pantheon, which you guys discussed, but if you own a token and you're now able to get a basket of tokens just for holding, that's the gold thing. Like, and not only, and it's in a way where it's like, if you are the person, like let's take Ansem for instance. Everyone wants Ansem's attention. Everyone's throwing him coins or whatnot, and he can now take those coins and put it into a vault. And the only way you earn those things are if you're an Ansem holder. And so obviously Ansem's growing in popularity. He's probably the number one guy in the space. Everyone loves to hold the token because they're getting a basket of tokens because they want Ansem's attention and they keep going up. So talk to me about Ansem. He has a vault, right, with you guys?
We've created a vault, but so we can deploy a vault for anyone. And Ansem shouted us out.
Yeah.
We have a vault ready to go, but until we don't want to force it on the creator, right? Until they're ready and say, "Hey, let's push it live," then we aren't pushing them live.
What about Jesse though? Is he live?
Yeah, Jesse has a vault, and he's. I can't speak for other creators and their strategies because that would be sort of one, inside information, and two, like
Sure.
speaking for them. But yes, he's supporting his. He just has a big job, and he's a very
Yeah.
busy
Well,
human. But
yeah,
yeah,
he's not. Yeah. But regardless, though, it doesn't matter. They validated your thesis by talking about you. I know Wolf has something on, but regardless of the creators, I know you have Tanya, you have a bunch of things. The premise remains: this is the ability to like get aligned incentives. And like for me, it's clearer than day. And I think I understand it when we first chatted. Like this just is an unlock. And we're gonna show that live when we launch the thing. But how do you think? Do you ever think there will be a day where token holders are going to demand developers to utilize services like your own? Because I feel it's going to be inevitable. Because if you don't use a vault like what you have, it shows you have different interests in mind. Do you foresee a day that it's going to become commonplace?
yeah, absolutely. We're essentially inevitable, right? So all it is just a footprint awareness visibility thing. But once it becomes popular knowledge, if we look at the incentives, right? Okay, for the creator, it's better for the creator. There's no other system that works outside this, right? Where the creator actually benefits the community directly. It's all transparent on chain and it scales. There's nothing else that does this. So it's better for the community, his reputation, and his wealth. It's better for the creator's community, right? They get non-synthetic exposure to everything the creator touches. They have a risk mitigated asset that they hold as the underlying while getting exposure to everything else the creator touches. So it's better for the community. It's also better for projects, right? For projects, traditionally speaking, when you go to market, you need to spend about $100,000 if you want like 8 to 10 creators that actually can mobilize some capital to show you for about a week or two. Now, we have a body of empirical data that shows that that does nothing for the longevity or sustainability of your token. And as I said before, most of those creators have lost their influence because everyone knows that all they're really doing is promoting for either stablecoins or they're going to dump. So for a project coming to market, if you don't have $100,000, $200,000 to throw away every week for like a good, 1 to 3 month campaign, then what do? You just go on the outreach biz dev grind. Takes forever, get nowhere. You're left ghosted in DMs. This gives you a direct system where I can go, okay, from 0 followers to 1,000 token holders who are all verified on chain as buyers and stakers. And I get the support of the creator simply by depositing 1% of my token supply to a certain creator. There is no better go-to-market strategy than that. So it's better for all parties. If it's better for all parties, what excuse do parties have for not doing it? Particularly creators, right? Because it's not just financially better for the creators in their community, it's ethically better. And the community are eventually going to start calling this out because we're going to have, 100 creators on Pantheon within the next sort of 30 to 60 days that are all depositing all their deal flow on chain. You can see it as getting paid out to the community. How do the other creators who are pumping and dumping tokens on the community survive when that polarity exists?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I think now with the innovations in play, the technology in play, I think people are going to demand these type of things because especially with this very saturated market, I think it's going to take creators the ability to show what's possible. And I think once people start seeing success, they're going to demand certain things because otherwise, what's the point of holding a token if it's just, as you said, volume with these things dry down. All of it. It doesn't matter what you're in at some point because it's such a fast moving attention game and there's only a certain amount of liquidity that can be handled, especially on Robinhood, man. There's new projects launching every single day. It is so hard to keep up with. You have to just choose your winners and ride. The ones that are going to succeed. Yeah. And the ones that are going to succeed are the ones who are going to give a vested interest to their holders, a reason to hold. And that's what Pantheon does.
Yeah, traditional business 101, right? You need revenues, you need profits to sustain everything, and you need some kind of value growing system. Um, it's just this funny thing. It's simple math, right? Look at the space. We have infinite tokens getting issued every single month. We have a very finite amount of capital. It just sloshes around most of the time, right? It's not a fixed chattel that projects can rely on to just say, hey, we've built a whole token around a business model that relies on trade volume, an endless stream of trade volume. And all you have to do is ask yourself this, right? How often do I trade? Like, really? How often are you trading the same asset? Are you there trading it every single minute, every single day? No. No one else is either. So it's always market makers. And market makers, they cost money. So projects can't afford to keep paying them long enough. They just pay them long enough to keep the optics game up, sell a bunch of their tokens, and then move on once the trade volume starts dying completely.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught in that.
Not sustainable, my friend. All right. Well, listen, we have 3,000 plus people tuning in. Any last words, my friend, for the community about Pantheon Vault or anything in general?
No, not at all. I'm just really excited about some of the creators we've got coming up. Just keep your eyes tuned. We have some very interesting maths we're going to be sharing soon. Basically, it's inevitable that a bunch of these creators are going to start breaking out in a big way. The yield APR relative to their supply mechanics and stuff. We'll start issuing stuff over the next couple of months. But look out for the next few creators launching for sure. And dude, we can't wait to get you up. It's about time,
bro.
yeah.
It's about time. I think the time is right. I think the chain is right. I think the way
Your
we're doing
platform's
it.
great.
Yeah, your
Honestly,
platform.
you've got a great No, you've got a great platform
Oh,
for this
thank you.
system, really. And
Yeah,
I think you'll crush it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I think I've grown a lot. You've grown a lot. I think we're reaching at the perfect momentum. I think everything's timing, right? And I think I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be, like I said, I have ideas. Everyone who comes on my show, I was thinking maybe use the currency to then burn, but that doesn't make sense. Like have them pay tokens, extra work. I don't know. Or even if they pay in the tokens instead of burning it, put it into the APR vault. I don't know, stuff like that. So I think we could do
Yeah,
both.
we've got some other mechanisms I'll share with you as well about
Ooh-wee, I
companies.
like it. Alpha, baby. Yeah, we're going to be chatting, bro. So listen, man, I know it's pretty early for you, or is it late? I don't know. Early? It's early, right?
7 a.m.
Yeah, okay. You have some coffee. Not too early, but all right, my friend. Listen, we'll chat offline, but appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on.
You too, man. Take care. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pantheon Vaults. The senator. Great guy. Can't say enough about Pantheon. They are going to be big, and I'm going to utilize them. Looking forward to it. All right, next, we are going to bring up the Metera team. Metera team, hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hey, Bill. How's it going? You can hear me?
Loud and clear. Picture
Good,
clear.
good, bro. Yeah, I'm talking in Brazil. I live in São Paulo, so sorry if I said some phrase, some word
No,
wrong, but let's go, bro. Material is
yeah,
the love of my life.
yeah, you speak great, brother. It doesn't matter. I hear you. I understand you. Great. Tell me, man, what is Metera?
Great. Metera is a trust layer for AI agents. So AI agents buy that data thousands of times an hour, not in checks. If it's true, Metera does. It's like you said for your AI agents, but the sky is green. They will agree with you, but isn't true. Metera does. Metera is this trust layer for AI agents. So an agent asks an API for a price. The answer comes back looking perfect. Status 200, confirmed, a normal number, and it can still be 3 months old. Scrap it from a page that changed it or just wrong. A human would notice, an agent doesn't. It reads that answer at 3 a.m. and acts on it, and the wrong number becomes a trade, a report, a message to a customer. So the cost isn't the bad data itself. It's everything the agent did because it believed in it. So your agent has never once checked if the data bold was real. It's just believing it every time. That's the entire agent economy right now.
Why build this? What made you feel the reason to build? This is a great idea, but what made you want to build Metera?
Yeah, I'm Super Team Brazil member. Do you know what is Super Team?
No.
Yeah, it's some groups of Solana Foundation in every country in the world. So in Brazil, we have this house in São Paulo, and I'm a member of this. So the guys, I started in the X402 protocol with a project called Gate 402. We won some hackathons in Brazil with that, and I pivoted for Metera. Gate 402 was a way to you can monetize your API, your MCP servers, but I think it better, and I see a lot of gaps in the agent world because it's so new for us. We don't have some protocols defined for it. All the peoples, all the venture capitals are investing in it, but we don't have some companies set in this world. Always new. So I build Material because the trust is the bigger layer unsolved, the most problem unsolved in this world, because we have a lot of AI agents. We have a billion of AI agents running right now, but these AI agents consuming all data on the internet, but they don't know if this data is true. You can use the AI agent for trading for you, but he's operating with his sole price, all so
Yeah.
the trust is a layer undefined. So I built it because I have this pain, because I love building AI agents for do some things for me, and this is a pain I believe for anyone that use AI agents. So you can use Material on Cloud MCP Cursor for help you with anything you do.
So it's fascinating. I mean, especially AI, the agentic agent economy, it's definitely the future. Now, talk to me about choosing to build on EZA. Now, EZA is a great platform. A lot
Yeah,
of Solaners are building it, but it's still relatively new. Why EZA?
yeah, because they have some bro. I'm some friend with Phil and Don and Soleil. They help me a lot of it. So one day I was talking with Phil, and he said, "Bro, you need to launch a token. Thinking in about the token utility for your platform, and think if it makes sense for you." And I investigating about more about so easy a kickstart, and they have some a great work, and I decided to launch a token with them because they have support for Solana, and I love this network. I think the X402, the payments for AI agents will running and this network. I believe a lot of it in Solana. So I built it because I believe it. Trust, I believe in the easy Kickstarter because I received some others proposals for launch the token and on other platforms, but it never makes sense for me. So Phil and Don make it me think a different way to do this.
Yeah, no, they're very intelligent, very smart,
Yeah, yeah.
very well regarded in the space. So when do you launch? Have you launched
For
yet?
for them.
Have you launched?
Yeah, yeah. We launched it 5 days ago.
How has that been for you? What has your experience been so far?
It's a crazy.
Why?
It's a crazy, bro, because we have. I'm thinking a lot of things, in Material for make this real and good for all users. So we have some benefits for can have the token, like if you hold it, you can get lower fee, because every data call has a small fee. So if you hold Materials token, you pay less. Heavy users save it on every call. So provider stake it, lose it if they lie. So list a source, an API or MCP on Material. A provider locks up Materials token like a deposits. Serve fake data, lose part of it. That what makes spamming fake sources expensive. But staking doesn't buy a ranking. The engine only cares who's correct. And we have so voted on settings. Holders vote on how the protocol runs, like it discount tires, but not on which services get in. That is decided by measurement, not votes.
Wow. And what is the community like? Are they pretty supportive? Are they very vocal? Are they upset? How is the community with Metera?
Yeah, we have a community in Telegram. I give all support for the people that wanna know more about it. The people can chat me when Telegram. I'm Telegram every day, every hour. We can take a little speak for there, and I'm thinking more, a little bit more, and how design the community, because we have people of traders like devs and a lot of users. So I'm designing better the community for press a lot of a better service for you, you know.
Yeah. So what's next? You launched, it was successful. What are you working on next? What is the next 1 to 2 months? What is your main focus?
Yeah. How I said you, the Agent quarter is so new. We have a lot of a lot of things to do, but I I I, I will improve a lot of material, because I really trust in this project. I really believe in this project, and now I created an AI agent just by talking to it. You can do it in Material in the next few weeks, and you can tell Material what you want to watch in plain language. It asks what you need, works out of its causes, and start monitoring all its own on the schedule you set. So this is my goal now. I can say you my goal in 6 months, around 6 months, but I can tell you my goal now is turn Material a trust layer real for every company. We have some contacts in this world, and we have a lot of users that are love this platform. So I'm just adjusted settings some features on Material for making all this possible for all the people, and I think it's that.
Very cool. Very cool. And one question I have for you, what has been the hardest thing about launching a token? Because it's not easy. There's a lot involved. What have you experienced that has been harder than you thought?
Marketing, marketing, because um, my public on X, on the super team groups and Scored, whatever, are devs. We have a lot of traders, but launch a token require. I think that is, I'll say that. Hmm, it's a thing that you need to think a lot of, because you need give the token utility. You know, if you wanna make if you wanna create a meme coin, okay, but when you create a token for your company, you really need to give for it some utility. And now we have these three utilities that I'll talk with you, but this is our most difficult and marketing to do this something bigger, something that people can trust, because we have a lot of people that make some wrongs in this marketing. So I think this is our most difficult today.
Yeah, it is hard. I think marketing is very difficult at this stage, especially with AI being able to let anybody build. Distribution becomes the uh the hard part.
Yeah.
What are you focused on in terms of marketing? What do you plan to do?
Yeah, we have a lot of partners to do some things that the people will know, but I think the marketing is about, you have people that can say the truth about your token. You know, I don't want to buy some. I receive a lot of spam to do that, but I want to really um, put the Material token in the right hands. You know,
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends in the X that can do it for me, but I don't make it yet, because I don't trust them, and that if you can, you, they you can make a service transparent for the people. You know, I really care about it because Metera, well, I'll say you, it's the love of my life. So I wanna put Metera token in the right hands, not so to make it sales or whatever it's meaning, but for the people understand what is Metera is, what is the token utility, you know, for the people know that Metera is a serious company, not a meme coin that tomorrow I will uh, and disappear off the map. So and I'm lucky for 1 year, 50% of the all supply. So I think it is.
Yeah, no, very, very cool. I think this is the way to do it. You have to, if you're a builder, you have to make this your life's work in order to show your dedication. I mean, you coming on this show is great. You have to be committed because if the dev isn't committed, no one's going to buy into that. You have to be
Yeah,
committed.
yeah. I'm very careful with the gear so it doesn't fall in the wrong hands.
Yeah, very true. Okay, my friend, last question for you. Any last words do you have for the 3,000 plus people tuning in?
The agentic world is so new, so we need in true a lot of builders in that, and I trust believe that is the future. I meet a lot of people with a powerful to make something big, but the people don't do it because it's so new. This is will be real in 2 years, but we have now we have now the power to do something about it. And so if you can think to give your company a change of our side of this agent world, do this because it's the future, bro. It's the future, and what I can help if for turns is possible. I'm here. I'm here.
Amazing. Amazing. My friend, thank you for coming on the show. We'll make sure we have a couple clips for you made specifically, and we can share it and we'll tag you and send it to community. And I'm excited to see how far Metera comes.
Thank you, Bill. It's a pleasure to stay here, bro.
Absolutely. Let's do it again sometime. When you have
Yes,
some
sir.
updates, let me know.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Terra team. I love it. I love the dedication of a founder like that. He's committed. You have to be committed in whatever you build at this stage. You need to be like, hey, I am dedicated to this for the next 3 years of my life. If you don't have that mentality, get the fuck out of this game. That's how I excuse my language. That's how you have to be. So shout out to the builders like that. Shout out to Metera. Real quick, just want to comment on this. Hey, Unk, should I pull out a blink? Number one, I love the word Unk. I will proudly say I'm an Unk. Number two, I don't own nothing I say on the show is financial advice. I just bring up my opinions, my observations. Nothing I say in my timelines, financial advice, just opinions. I don't know much about Blink. I think that's the FOMO project. I don't know much about it. If that's the one that's FOMO, there's a lot of FUD going around. I don't know. So I don't know anything about that. DYOR, good luck to you, sir. But yes, other than that, guys, we are going to end it. Shout out to 3,000 plus people tuning in. We're back at it tomorrow. We have a lot going on, and we have a bunch of experiments coming up. Looking forward to sharing that with you as well. And until then, everyone, take care. Peace.